All right, so let's start the training. So let's open up the Open Dental. Okay. So as you can see, we have installed these 4 icons right here. These are mainly our function or our plugins that was set up to your office. Okay, and each button that you will see here has its own function. Okay. So for the first one will be the patient information. So what it does is it pulls out the information of the patient for you to have a quick overview of their information. Okay, so there's 2 ways. One is the manual way by clicking this button after selecting a patient. That's the manual way. And the automatic way is once we already integrated with your phone vendor to make it automatic to pop up whenever a patient calls your office. Okay, so let's try it. So as I mentioned, you just need to select a patient. So for example, this Crisanto Esther right here. Once you click the appointment or you selected the patient from here, you just have to click this Pat Info and there will be a window that will appear that looks like this. There. This is where you can be able to see the information of the patient. You will see the appointment, a quick overview, all of the scheduled and all of those appointment was completed, recalls, insurance. There will be like a quick information or quick overview of their insurance. So this is like a quick verification. And from this insurance cell, you'll have 2 buttons right here. So the I button is for the information of the insurance. So once you click that I, you'll see this window which contains the benefits and response from the carrier that we have requested this insurance with. And you will see the current benefits right here. And you can be able to look for the benefit by just typing it in here. Okay. So closing this, and then this V button right here is something that you can be able to like a marking to their appointment that you already verified this patient's insurance, if they're active or not. So once you click this V button right here, there will be like a small V around or any of this part of this appointment block, so that it will be like a quick markings that this was already been verified with their insurance, they're active. Okay. And then the next is the treatment plans, which will show you all of the treatment plans of the patient together with the fees. Family, if they have any family members who has an appointment and their balance due. Then account. Then referrals, if they have any referrals. And then alerts, which is their medical history. There. Okay. So that's the manual way to do it. And then there's this write notes right here. So you just have to write down the notes you want to put, like any information that you will need. And then hit this check box or this check icon right here to save it from the comm logs or to the comm logs of the patient. And you can even create your own template so that you don't need to write down if there's any information that is repeatedly put on this notes. You can just simply create a template for you not to write it down over and over again. Okay, so that's what this smart caller ID do, this patient information button do. The automatic way, as I mentioned, is once we integrated with your phone vendor. So how it does is it actually picks up the number that calls your office, and then once we picked up the number of that calls on your office, we will try to find it from your database. And once we found a match from your database, we will pull out the information of the patient. If it doesn't, or if that number doesn't exist to your database, it will just show as a new prospective caller. So it's either you can be able to create an appointment with that new prospective caller, or just create a contact or create a patient, or maybe you can just simply put it on a block list or do not call list. So the second button is the call reports or call logs. So if you click this, this window will let you show all of the calls that comes into your office. So all of the patient who calls your office, all of the numbers who calls your office. It will show you a records of it, so that you will be able to monitor all of the calls that came into your office. For now, you don't have it, or this is not working yet since we haven't integrated with your phone vendor. Once we do, this will start this will start working. It will try to track all of the calls that rings your office, and if it is a patient or if it is a non-patient. And from there, you can either acknowledge it just for visibility with your team, to see that it was been acknowledged by some of your staff, or it was acknowledged by your colleague, for it not to be duplicated, and you'll have like a more organized support with your patients. Okay. And then you'll see all of the statistics on the left. You will see if how many patients who called, how many pharmacy, supplier, contact, non-patient. You will see at the second graph how many was acknowledged, how many was added as a task, how many what was not acknowledged. So if there's any not acknowledged calls, you may want to check it out, because there's a lot of chance that call was missed. And in appointment records at the bottom left, for that graph, you will see how many patients call to create an appointment, edit appointment, move an appointment, break their appointment, or delete their appointment. So you'll have a clear visibility. Okay. So that's how our call tracking tool works. And then you can be able to go back from the previous day, so that you'll see the records if you missed something. You can even export it through a spreadsheet. There. And this 3 icons is for you to be able to know more about the information. If there's a number that you didn't know or you didn't recognize, so you can be able to check out the information of that number. W is for the white pages, T for true caller, and this is for the information of their carrier. There. So those are the 2 buttons that you can be able to use for call tracking.